Hi guys, Kim Bainbridge here, digital producer for CBS New York. I am actually in Corona Park in Queens because I'm at the Queens Night Market. Here with me right now actually is John Wang. He is the founder of the Queens Night Market here. John, so tell us a little bit about the market and what we're going to be seeing in a little bit.
Well, you'll be seeing food from all over the world with a unique price cap, $5 usually and $6 at most. You'll see a lot of art vendors in these orange tents, and you'll see lots of live music over there. So. Okay,
well, without further ado, let's just kind of start walking you guys through this. Lots to see today. John, how many vendors are actually here at the Queens Night Market?
We top out usually about 55 food vendors and about 25 art merchandise vendors. So tonight there's probably between 80 and 90 vendors.
And how many countries are represented here?
Over the last 4 years, we've represented 90 countries. Right now, tonight, there's probably 40, 50 countries represented, something like that.
I heard that Carl's Balls is one of the more popular stands here.
Sometimes, it depends on the night.
What kind of food is this?
They serve a Japanese takoyaki, which is a octopus ball, and fried in a sort of unique special pan. And you'll flip a little cool part is watching them flip it.
Well, let's talk about kind of the history of Queens Market. As you guys can see, the line is getting super long. But why did you start Queens Market?
The short answer is that I wanted to create the most diverse and affordable public event in New York City. There's a long history to why I started it after I quit the law firm, but really the genesis and the mission is really just to be the most affordable and diverse and welcoming event in New York City.
And what was the vibe that you were going for when you started it?
I wanted everyone to feel welcome, no matter where they were from, how much money they made, how far they took to get here. That was the idea. So basically cultivating the most friendly, sort of welcoming environment you could possibly do at night. And I think we've hopefully done a good job of that.
So we have dozens of vendors. As you guys can see, people are enjoying some of these bites that are mostly capped out at $5 each. Can you talk a little bit about the different sections?
There is the food-centric area, which is where we are, and we're walking into the sort of performance area.
Maybe we can get a little bit closer to some of this live music, let some people hear some of it.
Let you down, you start coming round. I can never blame you. No, I don't really know what happened to us. We were tight at you.
Alright, we're moving right along. Do you have any favorite vendors here at the Queens Night Market?
Favorite vendors? No, I try my hardest not to play any favorites at all, so I never answer that question. Yeah.
Are there any notable hiccups? Because it seems to be kind of a swimming success so far.
The major hiccups were our opening night the first 2 years. We had many times more people than we expected and were prepared for. Hence, the last 3 years we've done sneak previews to help, steady out the crowd so that we don't have this huge spike at the beginning, and it's worked really well.
Over the years, the community has accepted it?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, the first, when I was still pitching the idea 4.5 years ago, people were very skeptical and saying, you can't just plop something in our community, but I was trying to explain to them that this is for the community, and now I think the local communities are our biggest fans. They spend, you look around and a lot of them are locals that spend their many Saturday nights for many hours here.
So what do we have here? Fried shark? Is that actually shark?
It is. As far as I know, it's real shark.
And when did you know that this was going to be a success?
I didn't. It was sort of the first time we opened, and we had many tens of thousands more people than we expected. Thought, oh wow, people really like the idea and are excited to come out and see the concept. So,
how do you choose your vendors for something like this?
Realistically, there's sort of the key element in our application process is answering the question. What do you want to sell, and what does this have to do with your personal background and cultural heritage? So that's, you'll have a lot of people. Basically, we want people selling foods that they grew up eating. And so when you have a lot of these trendy foods and, new concepts, we generally steer clear of them for the most part.
Interesting.
And so the idea is just curating sort of as much cultural diversity as like authentic, traditional cultural diversity as possible.
Okay, and I am going to butcher this name, but in a minute we are going to ask the owner of this booth to tell us a little bit more about the Portuguese tart that he is selling. I believe it was a family recipe. If we can kind of sneak in here
I'm sure
and see how some of these come out.
Perfect seam dusting it out.
So as you know, we're here with CBS New York on digital. Tell us your name and a little bit more about your shop.
My name is Joey Batista, or Joey Bats as a nickname, and I own a Portuguese pastry and cafe on Lower East Side, but also having a location in Western Massachusetts.
Cool, and then what's the name of this pastry that you're selling?
Pastel de nata, singular, or pastéis de nata, plural. More commonly referred to as pastéis de nata, probably because we eat so many of them in Portugal. But it's Portugal's most famous food for sure. I describe it as a warm creme brulee wrapped in a flaky croissant because that's basically what it tastes like. Magic.
Awesome, and do you have any coming out that we can see, we could try?
Absolutely.
So right now we are back in the back of the booth with Joey Bats.
That's right.
Trying out his Portuguese pastries. Look at some of these here.
These are still pretty hot. They're about to come out, and we keep hot ones in the box here, so you'll be able to try one right out of the oven.
So do they need to be hot when they're served?
They don't. In fact, they're more commonly served room temperature. You go to a bakery, they'll bake them in the middle of the night and then serve them through the day. But I only like to eat them warm. I feel like the custard has a different texture when it's warm. So we only serve them warm, and we always put a dash of cinnamon and powdered sugar on there for the full effect.
Let's try one out.
All right, let's try one out. Let me grab one for you.
All right, cool. Guys, I'm so excited to try this. I've never even heard of these pastries before I got here, so let's check it out. John, have you had one of these?
I have. I think this is Joey's third year here, so.
Yes, Queenside Market's our favorite market. So here's what, I'm getting a little late there. There we go. Nice and flaky on the outside, which is the most important, that flakiness. So when you bite into it, it crunches. Or if you squeeze it. A pastel de nata should always crunch when you squeeze the top. So first we're gonna dash that. Here, let's grab this away from Steve. There you go. A little bit of that. And then a little bit of that.
All right, I hope you guys don't mind if I bite right into this microphone because I'm pretty excited about this.
You want me to hold the microwave or?
Unfortunately, I got it.
You got it?
Let's try it. It's so good. It's delicious. Thank you so much, Joey Bats.
My pleasure.
We are going to continue. Where can people find this?
Well, I have a shop in the Lower East Side, 129 Allen Street. It's called Joey Bats Cafe. We also ship all over the country and Canada. So.
Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys don't see me munching around. We're going to go head over, try this Malaysian project. It's one of the more popular stands here. Let me turn the camera right back around so you guys can see what we're dealing with over here. Oh my god, guys, this is delicious. Look at this line. And John is showing us over at the Malaysian cafe. Hi, hi, how are you doing? What's your name?
My name is Carlos, and this is our co-founder, Abraham and Calvin.
Hi.
This is my wife Zoe.
Hi, so we're at the Malaysian project. You can continue to work. We'll just kind of work behind you. So what kind of foods do you have here? Let's check out some of these specials.
So we have our Malaysian style burger here, and then this is our toast. This green custardy kind of, and then we also have our drink here. It's sweet and creamy, and it's called a soursop juice.
Okay, well let's step out of the way and see you guys chef some of this stuff up, okay?
All regular. Yeah, all regular.
Are these burgers?
Yeah. So these are the burger patties. We wrap with the egg, so the omelette. And then after that, we put a bunch of seasoning and the cheese inside it before we wrap it up. Then after, we just top it off with some spicy mayo and some lettuce, and then top with a bun. That's it.
All right, let's check out this other side of the grill here. Unfortunately, this line is so incredible that I don't know if I'm going to be able to try this, but look at how he's kind of putting the meat here, all fresh. Have you tried this before, John?
I have. They've been here. This is also their third year, I think, here. So I've eaten a few. Here's the fun part.
Oh yeah?
You're missing the egg.
I'm missing the action.
Yeah. And the wrapping process. Okay, sure. Okay, great. Thanks.
All right, so they crack an egg and then they wrap it. Is that what they're doing?
You know, it's a quick process. Sometimes
I've never seen anything like this. This is pretty cool. I actually went on their website, and all three of these guys, the founders here, they grew up in Malaysia, and they said they grew up eating kind of like Malaysian street food, and they wanted a way to bring this to New York City, and they've done it in a big way. Look at these lines. It's always one of the more popular stands here. We're all kind of waiting and seeing how this process goes.
Thank you.
Delicious. So good. And then what is the seat you have here?
Kaya toast. They gave you a kaya toast for you to try. You want to try it?
A kaya toast. So what is a kaya toast?
Green custard and a toast.
All right, guys. Let's turning it back around. John, will you try a kaya toast?
No, I try not to eat on Saturdays. I'm a little too stressed out to eat on Saturdays.
Well,
but I will watch you eat it.
The kaya toast has custard, you said?
It's green custard, yeah.
Green custard. That's really good. It's actually sweet, a little buttery, maybe.
Yeah. I'm sure they use a lot of butter.
All right. But the market isn't all about kind of food, right? You do have some vendors on the side.
If you look around, this entire side of the event is all art and merchandise vendors, local art and merchandise vendors. So
we're gonna take a quick stroll along some of these merchandise vendors, and then we're probably gonna leave it here.
Yeah, sure.
But if you guys are anywhere near the Queens Night Market, tell them again where we are, how long it's gonna be here.
Sure. We are Saturdays, 5 p.m. through midnight, from April through October in Flushing Meadows Corona Park.
Thank you so much, John. Check it out. Kim Bainbridge, CBS, New York.